Hello there and welcome to another paper crafting session. I am back now. I did do a live stream previously with Papercraft, and this is the result. This is the Defiant, obviously. However, I figured it was people seem to enjoy it, so I thought I'd just carry this series on. This time we're going to be doing the bridge of the Enterprise D. I will be doing others like this. I've got one planned for the Enterprise D itself, and much in the same style. I'm going to have the ship, com badge, and the title of the show logo in the bottom left corner. But I figured this time round I'll do the bridge of the Enterprise D. Not only I think people will enjoy it. I've also painted the Enterprise D bridge. This is a little bit distorted, and I have to say I was happy with it for the most part, but I was sort of a little annoyed because the closer you get to it, the worse it looks. So I figured, you know what, it'd be a lot bolder if I do Papercraft. Now, I have no idea how this is going to go because it's probably it's probably not going to go well. I'll get this back out at certain points when people start joining the chat, but no one's in yet, so we'll just crack on and see what we can do. Now, this one is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit of a smaller image, but it's okay because I'm going to be putting probably a frame around it as well. But yeah, that's the Defiant. Let's talk about 2 streams. This is probably going to take a few streams, and I might be able to get this next one done sometime this week. So I'll stick that to one side. And we've got to try and choose our colours. Now, the colours of the bridge, obviously beige, red, grey, and white are the primary colours. I don't want this to look too dull. Also didn't want to jump into this stream so quickly, but I was left with very little in the way of options because time is ticking. So, got my image up a bit. Let's go through some colours. I've got the tracings all ready to go. It's just similar. It's going to be pretty much similar to that other image that I did, the painting that I did. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. It may work, it may not. So let's just see. Background wise, I'm not entirely certain which primary color to go for. I'm going to be layering almost all of it on top of a backing sheet anyway, so I might just go for standard white here, just as it's going to be representing the top of the bridge, so to speak. So the lighting of the bridge itself. Let's see what I've got in terms of colour. Hope everyone's okay. I haven't got really many people watching at the moment, but that may change in a little while. This is kind of an impromptu stream. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. Let's just go for standard white on the background. I think that's a fairly sizable piece of card. So, grey. I did pick up some grey card, different shades of grey. I'm not exactly pleased with the selection that I had, but it cost enough money. So this is apparently different shades of grey, but they're quite dark, and I wasn't too best pleased with them. I would say that the grey of the carpet is probably different to the grey of the consoles. This colour, this particular shade, I would probably say is going to be for the rear consoles and the rear doors and such. So we'll save that put that to one side. the other shades of grey, they're just way too dark, so that's quite disappointing. Getting different shades of grey, it's actually quite difficult because they're not available really in too many convenient places. We've got black here, which I'll probably use to put it into I'll probably cut out a frame when we're finished, and make that the sort of well, the frame shape. So yeah, we'll utilize that color as well. Let's see what else we've got here. See, that's an interesting color, because that's actually quite close. If I stick that down that bottom corner, that's quite close to the bulkhead color. Interesting. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. Definitely go for that, in fact. Oh, excuse me. The hay fever's kicking off again. As soon as the sun comes out, that's it. I start suffering. Right, let's try and find an appropriate grey for the carpet. That's a little bit darker, isn't it? I don't want to go too dark with the grey in the carpet, though. Got under here. Hopefully I won't have to end the stream prematurely like I did the other day. I have to apologise to everybody for having to go during the Dead Space stream. I was really enjoying that, but you know, needs must, family comes first, and all that. My son, bless him, he ended up breaking his wrist doing some snowboarding, so as you can imagine, I had to really go get that sorted. Bless him, he's in quite a lot of pain, but he's doing okay. He's doing all right. It's just he's lapping up the sympathy, we'll put it that way. But he's absolutely fine. Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to find a light. Oh, I don't know. Actually, this is the ship grey that I've been using. Really wanted to save that for more ships, but there's no harm in getting more, I suppose, when the time comes. If I can get like packs of specifically that shade, that would be really good. But we'll see. Leave a comment, let me know that you're here. I won't always be paying attention to the view count. I'm busy, obviously. But I'm guessing that's the only sheet I've got, and to be honest, I think that's going to be perfect size. I don't really want to use it unless I've got more, but I suppose we'll just have to cope as best we can. I'll have to order some more, see if we can get the specific shade. That's a little annoying. Right, we need a red. I've almost forgotten the red, so let's find the red. Good place. You make me want to practice origami. Good to see you here. A good place, as always. Make me want to practice origami. My daughter got into origami a little bit a few years back. She never really pursued it, though. That's quite a vibrant red, but that's shiny. I don't really want to use shiny. That's quite a dark red, isn't it? It's more of a maroon than a red. I wonder if that will work. It's a little brighter. I say brighter, yeah, it's a little brighter. You know what, this is going to pop, isn't it? So I think that might be our red. We'll get rid of that. And as I hit the camera again, as I famously do quite often. I'm not seeing any kind of... Oh, actually, that's quite a dull one. And that's the same shade. Well, that was clever of me, wasn't it? All right. There is a sort of orangey red. I think that's too bright. Okay, I could definitely do with a better range of shades here to accomplish what I want to accomplish, but for now, I'm calling it. Those are the colours, primary colours that I want to be using. Yeah, I don't know whether it might be better to use that offcut rather than the full sheet, because I do detest wasting card. This is more paper, to be fair, but it is called Papercraft, not Cardcraft, but nevertheless, it's just stuff around here. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I think we found some more ship grey. It's slightly darker. In fact, no, that's the same shade. Right, I've found some more. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, yeah. That's the. I wonder actually, would that be closer? Because I've got 2 sheets of that as well. What are we thinking? I'm thinking this one. I'm definitely thinking this one. And then for the bulkhead, I'm thinking this one. So we can get a shot of that because we won't need that. Right. Okay. What are we thinking backing? Obviously, I think we were thinking white, weren't we? So that's your backing. Oh, my word. So, going to be a white backing, and it's literally going to have these here. This is an old tracing that I did last year. In fact, I believe this is the basis I used for the painting that I did for the outline. So, yeah, and I think if the frame of it, when I finish it and cut out the frame, it's going to be just slightly, ever so slightly bigger than this picture, this image. So, yeah, that works for me. Sound okay? Is you hear me all clearly and everything? Right. Yeah, that's getting knocked, isn't it? Let me see if I can sort this wire out that's holding the camera. It is 25 degrees, if anyone actually cares. So this is the second backdrop that I did. It didn't quite spritz the way I wanted it to. Ended up with some quite serious blobs and streaks here. So I thought I'd save that for possibly another project, maybe. Maybe these could be globular clusters, as Jean-Luc likes to say. So, yeah, that's the same grey. Okay, that's fine. Right. So this is a frame material. I'm going to stick that to one side. One thing that's not happening right now, I don't think it needs to be, really, is my source record. Just bear with me. Oh no, it is. That's fine. I think that's recording the right thing. Let's just double check. Right, so that's that one. Properties. No, not properties. Waterfall. Okay, bear with me one sec, guys. Source record. Okay. Right, so that's now recording. It's actually recording 2 things at once, which I don't want. So I'm going to disappear off screen just for a quick second. Bear with me. I'll probably be going to my other stream scenes. I just need to deactivate something. That one there, funny enough. Oh, that's me. Yeah, there you go. That's that one. Take that off. Close that. I'm going to go back to me. There we go. That's from other streams. Funny enough, that was from my Dead Space stream. which I will finish. I will get around to it. Obviously, I didn't want to do it today. It's more of an evening thing, I think, for a 10 forward, perhaps. Right, so this is going to be interesting because I've got to figure out how I want to layer this. Because common sense tells me to prevent any sort of fall off from the back of the card, common sense is telling me to use full sheets. I don't really want to, if I'm honest, because I think it's just excessive use of card. But making that join meet where the carpet, the back of the carpet is going to be tough. So I think I'll layer it. Gotta think. Because over that's the ship grey, isn't it? Is that ship grey? No, it's a lighter grey. That's fine. I'm thinking the grey is going to be the lower half, and probably it doesn't fit that way. Curses. I think the trace isn't cut straight, so I need to keep that in mind as well. Just thinking out loud here. I'm going to use roughly that much of that. Use this as a backdrop. That is the white as the back. This is the backdrop. The next layer, and then layer the grey on top of that, then the red on top of that. I think that might work. Problem with 3D into 2D is you've got to do shadowing. So let's do that. Let's do that, shall we? So we'll keep that as our backing. And we're going to want to, basically, all we need to do with this one is draw the square in which the image is going to sit, and then remove this completely, because we can graft those on top, because they are pieces of this card. We can, rather than having them bits sticking in and out, or I can simply just cut around them, make them part of the image. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Right, backing sheet, just so I can see what I'm doing here. Just so I can see what I'm doing here. Get that to one side as well, and that's okay. Let's that away. Here we go. We start it. Start a project. Draw around that. That's a lot of banging. I don't know whether the microphone picked that up, but that's a lot of banging. Hopefully another one of the kids hasn't fallen over, because that would be a catastrophe. A catastrophe. This will look a little bit strange, but it's okay. It's all right. The Defiant looked a bit strange when we started that, so. Oh, what a... Oh no, hold on. What's going on here? That's that one. That's... Oh, right, I didn't need that line. Damn fool. Note to self. Don't rub out on tracing paper again. It makes a mess. You must remember not to use that edge of the rubber again. Well, okay. Skylight. As basic as that is right now, that's actually a good start. Now we've got to try and get this square as we can get it. And I'm going to go slightly over. Slightly past this to make it straight. I wonder actually whether to just measure the peaks. Let's measure the peaks. 5 seems to be good. Yeah, 5 looks good to me. Go 5 centimeters. And then on the edge, I just want this to be straight. If we go 6, does that work for us? Yeah, 6. So if we go 6, use a sharper pencil. And then 5. Perfect. Well, not perfect, of course, but how is everybody today on this fine Sunday? It's cutting time. One thing I will do, just so you can probably see a little bit better, is I'll take the camera here and stick the light on. That's better. So I can see what I'm doing. That's always good. Nope, nope, didn't want that. Done. Let's go for it. really, I mean, I should use my paper slicer, but the blade has gone walkies on it, so I don't actually know where it is. Last time I used it, it was in my little tray thing. I had a look in there earlier, but I couldn't really see it, so I'm only use the old scissors. These are proper nice scissors as well. Yeah, it's not really worked out too well, but because the frame is going to go over this ever so slightly, I'm actually all right with that. It's not bad. Right, so really we want... I'm going to go north with this. I'm going to leave the bottom here because the image ends here, but you can extend it a little bit there and it won't make too much of a difference because this carpet section is so big, and this bit here should be all right. All right, yeah, let's scratch it on. Yeah, it's transferring across. It's transferring across really nicely, that is. Yeah. 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 Okay, I can draw the rest. That's fine. There you go. God, that looks so basic. But hopefully it will all come together in a little while. In a little while. We're going to cut these off. Scissors or knife? Save that. That's a little bit extra. We'll use for later on. Hopefully I'll remember the lessons I've already learnt. One priority, namely being don't hurt yourself. I'll tell you one thing I haven't remembered to bring up, and that's my helping hands. To make sure that this is all parallel and level. Just going down in one natural line. Thought about taking the raw footage, which I will have now, and creating a couple of videos. What do you guys think? I'm actually thinking I could take a little bit more off of this. Yeah, that looks a bit wonky, doesn't it? I can straighten, well, I say straighten that out, it's a curve. I don't really want to straighten it out. Not ideal. Not ideal. 2 secs. Sweet. Helping hands should be on the way. So 21st century of me. I need something. I'll message the family. If they know what I was on about, that is. So, what's a helping hands? It's magnifying glass with arms. I'd struggle to know what that is as well, to be fair. I didn't already know. Thank you, dear. You married an old man I can't see. Thanks, lovely. Yeah, that works. How is everybody on this fine Sunday? Everybody well? Nearly there. Nearly there, dear. Nearly there. It really doesn't look like much, does it? I don't know. I think that's, yeah. Yeah, that's good, I think. Yeah. Works for me. Right. Now, this is where it gets a little bit trickier, because let's put that to one side and put that off to one side. Let's grab the next colour. Get the foundation set up. Now, this was the bulkhead colour, so this smaller sheet must be the carpet's colour. So that's the carpet colour. I'm going to leave a bit off of this on the bottom, which is what I said I would do. So we can layer that up to there. So I'll pull that to one side just to get an idea where it's sitting. Fit in. And then what I should do is probably make a little mark where the top of the paper should go. There's one little bit of detail missing off this trace, and that's where the wool goes down. So really, yeah, no, maybe a little bit further over, a bit further up. Okay. Okie dokie. Got my little pencil. Right, so we want a little drop off here as well. We're not worried about any of this detail here. There's a little bit of a delay with the camera, so I do apologise. If the sound's not good, do please let me know. I'd hate to put people off just by, you know, getting this wrong. Think now. It's going to be broken, isn't it? Because I can only highlight these lines, but I can fill them in because a lot of this you're not going to see because it's the chair's going to be in front of it. So yeah, let's do it. Let's see how we end up. And it won't look amazing, but that's okay. We're building over the top of it, aren't we? So yeah, let's just do it. Use my backing sheet so I can see what the hell I'm doing. What the hell, man? Sharpen. Satisfying noise. Okay. I'm actually going to bring that down slightly. And then across like that, and then across like that. Again, seems really basic, but there's a method to my madness. I think there's a method to my madness, but we'll soon find out. Right, so paper lined up there. Matches that. Yeah. Matches that anyway. Let's just do another check. I'm happy with that line there, actually. So that I know that that's got plenty of meat left on it, and it's going to reach. We're filling in a lot of the blanks, but that's okay. Looks messy. It is messy, but it's okay. We'll use the scissors to cut that this time because it's not precision stuff. So that's fine. Like I say, this may be a complete disaster. Stick with me. Let's find out together, shall we? Okay. Doesn't look like much. It will. And I'm not too concerned about any overlap on the sides because I can always trim that away. Yeah. Sounds like a delivery to me. Thankfully, there are peeps. Oh no, it's a family member. Just going to get rid of this excess pencil mark. Just around the edge. Just neaten it up a little bit. Neaten it up a little bit. Smushed everything, hasn't it? Yeah, give or take. That's fine. So I'm thinking red. To the outside. All the way round. So thank you for the likes, by the way. That's really nice. Really nice of you. Appreciate that. Not many people come to these streams, so it's nice that when people do come that they hit that like button. That's really nice. That really, I want that to go further, don't I? The red actually goes further out, so I want a second line there. Yeah, and then we can curve that around to there and that around there, completing the image and making something. Right, so we want it to go even further. So when we trace over, we want it to go further down. We don't want it to end here. I think that's right. get it that way. No, we can't. Of course we can't. Why would we be able to do that? Don't be so silly. Don't be so silly, DM. Don't be so silly. Okay. We want to leave about that much, I'd say. Probably a bit more, just to be on the safe side. Right, so, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So, we're going to have to arch it all the way around there to there. So shall I leave a comment in the chat? I'm on my lonesome all by myself. So that there. You can add a darker or yeah. I moved it. What an idiot. You can add a darker red to show that it's actually sank in, that the center bridge section is actually sank in. But we're just building this up layer by layer. There's no major worry about that at the moment. We're just going for the primary colours and the primary backdrop. That's not really transferred enough, is it? Yeah. Maybe more people will join the stream when it actually starts looking like the bridge. Perhaps that's the thing. Make up what I can from this. It's actually hard to see when the light's shining on it the way it is. This central bit really doesn't matter, as long as it meets it roughly. Now it cuts off there, doesn't it? Yeah. So it cuts off. I'll cut it off there. And we'll cut that and we'll see where it ends up. Try and square it off as well when we cut it. Super duper. always amuses me how basic this looks when you're cutting out shapes. But as evidenced by my previous video, it does all start coming together in a relatively satisfying way. Yeah, to one side. There's my 2 bridge pieces. Right. So that's a backdrop. That's sorry, have I grabbed the wrong bit? I think I've grabbed the wrong bit. Yeah, I have. What's more on? That then goes on to there, like that. And then that is what's going on here? No, what's going on here? Have I done that right? All right, yeah. So that's not going to the edge. That's going to the edge, isn't it? Yeah, right. So that's that. I think it's possible I ballsed up here. Oh no, I didn't. That is right. Maybe a little bit too pronounced though. It's okay. Yeah, that works. I got a little bit worried for a moment there. Yeah, I unnecessarily went over. I'm not actually thinking, am I? Yeah, I didn't need to go over at all. It's alright, it's not a disaster. Yeah. That works for me. What do you guys think? It really doesn't look like much, does it? It will come together though. At some point, I think. There is going to be another red strip that goes around the back here for the back carpet because it's actually red carpet up here. But we'll sort that out as and when. It's only going to be very thin. It's sort of, yeah, there's going to be very little, so it's going to follow this edge up here and around here. I think, yeah, it may even cover that, to be honest with you, because that's a little bit too, there's a bit too much cut out there. But we'll see. We'll see. Essentially what you have to do is remove the oval. Remove the oval on all the chairs to get the right background. But it's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. What to next? What to next? Yeah, so we're going to do the rear consoles next, I think. That'll work. Yeah, we do the rear consoles next. Because that should... Yeah. Thinking, always thinking. Yeah. I've made my mind up. Do the rear consoles next. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this line here. The line from that I've done for the carpet. Oh no, the grey in the carpet. No, just this back end here. So I haven't got that other pillar. That's fine. It's this grey here. And then all the way up and around here. No, the inner line. The inner line. Follow the inner line. So we're going to follow this inner line all the way down and around and down there and get that basic shape going. The detail I'm not worried about, okay? I'm not worried about detail just yet. And then this here is going to be the consoles, rear consoles. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I've got to build all the background. Then this arch thing is going to be next, and I don't know whether I've got the colours for that, but we'll figure something out. I think I've got some brown somewhere, so we should be okay. Right, let's get on with it. And that's going to be this colour. It's as close as I can get. It does look similar. So let's do it. Let's just keep going. Starting to doubt myself a little bit now, because this is but I know that it's going to turn out okay. So let's go with the inner curve, innermost curve. Bloody hell, that's going too thick. Yeah, let's make it join there. Let's forget the other line. Make it join there. Make it make sense. And then I'm going to use this bottom line. The bottom line. And we'll transfer it there. Because it's sitting in the scene, it's okay to be static where it is. It doesn't need to line up with anything else, it just needs to line up with the edge, that's all. And I can trim down any pieces that I need to after the fact. Yep, that'll do. Basic shapes there. Just go over it a little bit. Make sure I'm filling the gaps. Continue that line there. Make the cut. We'll clean all of these edges up afterwards. See how that fits in with my tracings. Give or take. A little nudge here and there. Almost in the right spot, that is. Almost. Yeah, spot on. That works. And we've got this section to do as well. Although, shading's going to be our enemy here, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to try and make the doors stand out. Even though the doors are pretty much the same colour. But that's okay. Yeah. Once we've got the basics, it's all good. So we're basically looking for this shape here. This here is going to be brown, I think. It's going to be brown with a couple of these overlaid, I reckon, and a bar that goes in the middle. Yeah. It helps, you see, because the bridge is mostly symmetrical. So, yeah. I make myself laugh if no one else. Problem I'm going to have here is the overlay here. No, that's okay, actually. That'll be fine. So we're going to follow this line here. That's going to be carpet. Let's see how it works. Really should have gone with the inner line. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we can just about fit that there, can't we? basically there. Yeah, as long as it joins that bit there, and the rest of it doesn't really matter because it's going to be overlaid on two. Big sheet. Big sheet. Curved out a little bit. Don't really want that to. Not ideal. Not the end of the world. Aha! See, now it's starting to come together a little bit. Yeah. Carpet's going to be a pain in the arse position every time, but you might start gluing stuff down eventually. Yeah, that's pretty. That's it. That's the background laid out, isn't it? So again, looks simple, looks basic. It's not. It's nowhere near completion yet, obviously, and it's going to look a little bit strange, at least for a little while. I think there's one more thing I've got to do. I'm not going to build the foreground just yet. There's still this section to do, which means I need to find some sufficiently coloured card. A sufficient brown, and I think exactly like it. That's darker, isn't it? Yeah, that'll contrast. No, I take that back. I do like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Let's do that bit. Let's at least get all the backdrop sorted beforehand. And I'll clean everything up and then... Is that a hair? That's my wife's hair. Gets everywhere, my wife's hair. Just everywhere. Yeah. So let's utilise a small piece of that. I'm going to move this again. Bye-bye. And then we'll get it on the backing sheet as well, I think. So we'll get the main section on the backing sheet. I may actually, because I've got the outline, cut the frame as well to really see it pop. But I won't obviously put the frame on until last. So let's get this other bit done. That's actually fairly simple shape to follow. because it's literally just this line here all the way down. So I don't need to go mad with it. And then I want to get this section cut out from a different piece of card as well, which should mimic the wall panel, hopefully. And then, oh, there's still one more thing I need to do, is the computer stations at the back. I don't want to forget those. So let's do that. Yeah. I'll do. Close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Don't push me, because I'm close to the edge. Yeah, that's bollocks. That didn't actually transfer. Why didn't that transfer? Might be this card is textured. Push a little harder here. Push a little harder. It's something. Yes, that'll do. That's enough of a line to be able to see. You have to let me know at some point if you want to see me draw live. Actually draw rather than just papercraft all the time. It's been a while. And then some. But let me know if that's something that you're interested in seeing, if you are indeed interested. I'm going to trim that down a little bit. I don't like that being quite so wide. Actually, rather thick card this is. All quiet in the chat. Is anybody out there? Now, I can compensate a little bit here. You notice how we've got some indentation here. I can compensate a little bit and lift that up because the carpet will actually, there's going to be another rung of carpet that goes here. I'm not entirely, I've got to admit, guys, I'm not exactly loving this positioning. It's not doing it for me. That's my anchor point. Ah, God's sake. I think if I, to save any confusion, I should probably start gluing this down soon. What are we thinking? Yeah, because another bit of carpet's going to be cut and go into this to give the 3D effect. And then around the back of the bridge as well. Around the back of the bridge. Yeah, across here, because there's another strip of red, a darker red, that's going to go there, and that red's going to be the same color that will pop this out, make this appear 3D as well, hopefully, and it just doesn't just make it look like a load of crap. All right. And we need to do the grey bits as well. Really going up and down with this, really going back and forth. I don't know if this is going to work. Not giving up, just thinking out loud. Where's my I'm losing bits of card now, as well as my marbles. Where's my that colour? Where's that disappeared to? That's the carpet. I spotted it. There it is. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Oh, excuse me. Do this one next. Right, yeah. Okay, this one. Yeah, we can squeeze that onto there. That's absolutely fine. I drew that on the wrong. I drew it on the bloody side. It doesn't really matter. We're flipping it anyway. Let's see if I can cut a straight line. Excuse me. Give me 2 seconds. Sorting something out. Okay, my Discord's not opening now. Wow. So that should now onto there. Doesn't even look right. Probably curve this end off just to make it look parallel. Parallel. Superb. Let's try this again. That makes it look a little straighter. That's cool. Yeah. Crazy. And then we'll get the get basic positioning right. I'm actually alright with it. The detail, I can just add a boatload of detail with extra card. Maybe pen line as well, I'm not sure. Yeah. It's actually centralized. I'm going to glue it down in place of where it actually goes on the tracing, just for accuracy. So I don't want anything to drift like it did with the Defiant. Yep. And then we'll do the computer console next, which is going to be the science stations and whatnot, which would be nice. If you are enjoying this stream, then please hit that like button. And do let me know. Stephen Bromby, how are you, my friend? It's good to have you here. Good afternoon. I hope you're well. A bit all over the place at the moment, so I'm just doing something to kind of relax, I suppose you could say. Spend some time talking to good folk like yourself. Although we haven't really had many viewers in. Well, we have had viewers in, but they've gonesies. 21 views, not too bad. I know the thing is the bridge doesn't really look like a bridge at the moment. Hope your lad is doing okay. Thank you, my friend. Very, very nice of you to think of him. He is okay for the most part. He's just in a lot of pain. It was a break on his wrist, so he is he's licking his wounds at the moment. I've been there myself with a broken hand before this one. I fractured this one here about 20 years ago now, and I can't. I have a gap in my finger. I can just about pull it in, but yeah, there's a gap there now because everything got pushed outward. And he's obviously grinning and bearing it because it's just the kind of lad he is. But yeah, he's okay. We were just a bit worried about him, and we were obviously. I took him to the walk-in centre, which is like an A&E. But he had to go to hospital at A&E because of the X-ray department wasn't open. So the missus took him down to the primary A&E in the city, and I stayed home and watched the others. So yeah, hats off to Danger Wife for that. And we all actually managed to get to sleep around 1:30 in the morning, so he got seen to pretty quick. But yeah, he's doing okay, mate. Probably a longer answer than you were expecting, but yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing good. Yeah, he's enjoying being waited on for a bit and getting out of jobs, which I always find quite amusing. Right, so we're going to go for black for the consoles. What I might do as well is do the status, the red alert status bar as well. Maybe we'll utilize some of the bits for detail as well a little bit later on. So let's go for it. Oh, I keep losing bits of paper. There we go. That's my main brightening background. Right, the consoles I'm actually going to do as a straight line. No, I'm not going to do it as a straight line because it's not a straight line. Oh, but yeah, he's I'll be honest with you, mate. He's an absolute trooper, my lad. You know, out of the four, I would say he's the most mature of the lot. That's really nice. He can still be a complete and utter knob, but it's okay. Right. But yeah, I would have put it in the Discord, but I didn't want to, embarrass him. But yeah, he's got a photo of himself with the cast. Love the fact that you're drawing the best bridge in Trek. It is the best bridge. I absolutely love it. I did have, I think I still have it, the painting that I did of the D bridge. This one, I regret doing it on the medium that I chose because it's on a canvas rather than paper. I'd have probably preferred cartridge paper because the canvas is, it's crap, it's warped, but it's very difficult to paint in the medium that I used on this canvas, so it didn't really work out. I mean, it's okay at a distance. The closer you get, though, the more flaws it shows. So I figured Papercraft wouldn't show a lot of flaws. So yeah, we'll see how this turns out. I'm not expecting it to be absolutely incredible, but then I didn't expect the Defiant to be any good, and I was actually quite happy with the way that turned out. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge because there's a black card. And I need this to show up. So we're going to be very, very gingerly with this. I might be able to see where it sits, but I do love the D bridge. It is a really nice bridge. I just think it looks luxury rather than military. Now I'm one of the ones that did actually like the Generations rebuild, redesign. I really liked that because I thought it really did add something great to an already great bridge. It made it a little bit wider and a little bit more practical. And I was so annoyed that they destroyed the Enterprise. So annoyed. Right, I can see that. Just you can see that too. That's good. Brilliant. This is a little bigger, I think. Yeah. Let's make it a straight line, but not straight as in straight level. Let's just make it a ruler line. That I believe went off, didn't it? Went off out of field of view, so got that there. Okay. How are you anyway, Stephen? You okay? It's always nice to speak to people. Part of the reason I don't just sit here and do this, because I don't need to stream this. I could just create this, but then you guys in the Discord, you'd see something that I did and go, "Oh, how did you do that?" I just think it's nice to chill out with some friends while doing this. It's also good lighting. I've got the equipment, so why not? I'm drifting. Probably should have used the precision knife for this. It's going to show. Down a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'll be cleaning all this up. I was gutted when it crashed, but then happy when they brought it back in Picard. Yeah, I was happy that they showed it some love and respect. That was really nice to see, especially from Kurtzman era Trek, but it wasn't obviously Kurtzman Trek because don't be silly. So yeah, it was really good, really nice to see that that the ship gets some love. Okay, so that's the yeah. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's all right. That I will accept as good. Good stuff. Right. So that's that. Once I've glued everything down and I'm sure that it's in the right spot, I'm not too worried about this bar at the moment. It's there or thereabouts. The L cars will be interesting. They'll be really interesting. A lot of this is going to be interesting to do. Streams like yours are great because they're just chill, no drama, just hanging out, drawing awesome stuff. Oh, mate, I appreciate that. It's very kind of you to say. Should I do the doors separate colour? Almost the same colour as the carpet. I think I should put the doors in. I think I should put the doors in. just for a bit of contrast. A lot of the lines will be drawn in. I'm not doing like thin strips of card. It's just an absolute nightmare to glue. I think a set of doors. I think let's put the doors in. It'll be a one piece, but it'll be fine. I think it'll only be one square. I'm not messing around drawing a line down it. I can do that afterwards. So if we go to the edge there, yeah. Solid. I think there was really much point in me tracing that, was there? It's okay. I think actually I'm just going to do them as a straight cut and then try and do some edges if need be. Some curves, sorry. I know they've got some, I know the Enterprise D bridge has got curves, but keep it as a straight cut door. I think that works. And because it's a separate angle to that, yeah, that works. I quite like that. Less worried about the gaps here because carpet's going to go over there. That actually, to be fair, is fine where it is. Yeah, it's fine where it is. Yeah, that's all right. What do we think? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this is the backing card. That's what it's going to go on. Obviously, because we've got the skylight, I wanted it to be white backing card, and then I'm going to put a, I'm going to draw a frame or cut a frame, and I'm going to do that now, so we have a rough idea of the finished product. I need cutting down. I'll cut a lot of this down. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get all this off. Must remember to keep these. Let's try and get this central if we can. Looks reasonably central. Mind you, does the image look distorted to you? Kind of looks like that, doesn't it? I didn't realise that on the stream. Why is that then? Why does it look off? Let's try it. Let me just try angling some of this, angling it a bit better. That's really not done anything for it, has it? Yeah, it doesn't look right. It looks distorted. That's unfortunate. Oh. Whatever. That seems to have improved it a bit. Right, okay. Right, let's do some basic measurements here. Talking about 3 centimeters there and 3 centimeters there. No, yeah, so 3.2 there. Three centimeters there. 3.2 there. Roughly 3.1 there. That's about central. So if I go for a frame of 3.2, centimeters that way on both sides, and then that's its point there, 2.6, 2.7. So we go 2.7 down. Under the point. At the angle you're drawing it from the bridge is deceptively complex to draw. I would imagine lots of complex details to nail down. Yeah, that's exactly right. The main issue is going from 3D to 2D. You're going to lose something, aren't you? You're always going to lose it. So you because I'm limited on the amount on the shape of the card that I can of the shade of the card that I have. I'm not going to be able to put as much detail in as I want. It's going to be a very basic image, but we're going to have to build each element. So the seats, the chairs, and the arch. I say the arch. What do we call that generally? The tactical oval. We're all going to have to be individually done, I think, and then overlaid. And the side consoles as well are going to have to be overlaid on, so that right hand chair, that's going to have to be overlaid on that as well. Right, 2.7 centimeters by 3.2 centimeters in. So we get the black card, the black frame. Oh, that's a bit damaged, that is. I don't want damaged. Let's get a fresh one. Hopefully these aren't damaged as well. Help me orient the picture as well properly. Right, so 2.7. Doesn't matter if I've got pencil marks all over it because I can flip it over. these rulers off of Amazon. Loads of them. Very flexible. I like it. They're very light rulers. Light and flexible. 2.7. 3.2 on the sides. 3.2. My eyes are going to work. 3.2. 3.2 on this side as well. And maybe you could tell me, Stephen, is my sound okay? There's been no one in this really in the stream to really tell me. As long as it's okay, I don't mind. I hate to have gone on for this long and it just sound like I'm underwater or it's terrible. This new mic, to be fair, has proved really reliable. For that to change. Right. This is where we now have to slice and dice. So we're going to be very careful here. Obviously not to hurt ourselves and not to go offline. That would be disastrous, wouldn't it? Not to go too far. That being said, I do have a spare card. I do not have spare fingers and thumbs. So let's do this carefully. That went off a little bit. In fact, that went off a lot. Moved slightly. Ah, damn it. Sound is fine, I can hear you okay. Thank you very much, Stephen. I messed up. That's gone. Let's try again. Cutting is so important. Let's give it another go. I know that's 2 sheets. Give me 1 sheet. Thank you. Let's try that again. Can't believe that happened. Just tried to correct something and it went. Go sharper this time. Three point two. Ah, getting attacked now by the blade. Move them out of the way. I don't want to end up in the A&E. Been there way too much this weekend. And 2.7. I think my eyes are actually getting worse. So. Something stronger, I think, glasses wise. Right, let's try this again without drifting. I don't want the rimmed end. The rimmed end? Word. Ridged end. Right. Take two, and yeah, definitely take two. Yep, that looks good. That's better. Thank you for that. Right, now don't mess up the other side. Someone likes using their horn. Oh. Don't know whether you heard that. Nearly there, nearly there, nearly there. Oh, fucking hell, you moved. You little bastard, you moved. Let's try again. Don't move. Okay, so this should actually be quite free. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't leave any residue. Come on. Oh. You're going to do it, aren't you? You're going to leave residue. Aha! We have a frame. And we have a bit of black card, which is good. Right. So, victory. So we got that. We got, where's my backing bit? There. Yep. We'll measure up where that all goes. We got the base. We got the carpet. And we got the carpet. And we got rear console. You there. You there. You there. Roughly, it's not exact, but it's roughly there somewhere. Carpet needs a trim. Need to trim the carpet. And that goes there, like that. It's fine. And then it should pop it out with a frame. Yeah. It'll obviously look better than this, but yeah, it should. The frame should lift it. Should pop it out. Yeah, I'm hoping. But again, everything looks so basic right now that it doesn't really look like anything. It just looks like a silhouette. But again, that's fine. That's fine. I am going to get a fresh rubber. Stop giggling. I'm just going to get a fresh rubber. Well, you wouldn't want to use one, would you? Let's get that out of the way. And let's be very careful with how we do this. Because these are very delicate bits. actually making it worse. Damn, look how much is coming off. Eh, not ideal. Watch Nerd. Hello there. Nice of you to join. Are you well? I saw your photos, my darling. They looks like a lovely place to be. I must admit, there's a hint of jealousy there. A small hint. We went away earlier this year, so we're not going away this summer. Can't really afford it, and to be honest with you, there's not really. It's just too expensive. Well, I say it's too expensive. It's just time as well. Me and the wife, we have 1 week off together this year, which is crazy. But yeah, hope you're enjoying your birthday weekend. Is it birthday weekend? Dangerman Arts and Crafts for the win. Yeah, not been my most successful stream, but it has been one of the most relaxing. I got a little bit frustrated earlier, because I feel that, like when I did the Defiant, I feel like this isn't going to go right, and then later on it will probably go right. Can't complain, just hanging at the airport. Yes, lovely place. It is very expensive to go away, yes. Also, to be honest with you, weather has been great this summer. It really has. It really has. It's been phenomenal. Yeah, I love my channel, you know. I love you guys. You're great. I won't trade you for anything. For all the views of a major YouTuber, I wouldn't trade you in for anything. You guys are great. I love my community. I do. I see, you know, the drinker and all of that sort of stuff, sort of people, and all those sorts of people. They get like loads of views on their live streams, and it's amazing how many of those people come in and go out. I'm enjoying the weather now. It's not so hot. It's not warm and nice and windy too. Perfect. Yeah, Stephen, I take it you're UK as well. Yeah, the UK is very nice at the moment. We have had some very uncomfortable weather lately. It has been hot and humid, very sticky weather, what I call very sticky weather. And yeah, it's been very uncomfortable to work in as well. So I work in a very hot building. It gets very hot. It's a big steel tin can, so it does get hot with the weather. Yeah, it's not bad when it's here, when there's a breeze. Yeah, it's quite nice. Quite nice. Quite nice. Quite nice. Rather spiffy. Okay. That's all the bits done. I don't know how much you've seen Watch Nerd of this, but so essentially we're going to be I'm basically recreating this in Papercraft. I do like this. It was just the wrong medium, so I'm redoing it in Papercraft, being as though I did the Defiant, which is, yeah, still looks good. I like that. It's not perfect, but I must admit, I do like that. And I thought, you know what, let's do it again. That was a lot of fun to do. I also have my next project after this will, of course, be the Enterprise D and Star Trek: The Next Generation. I did these space. I figured if I do all 5 of the series, sorry. By God, you have focus and determination. I'm jealous. Respect, DM. Oh, bless you. Mel, I'll be honest with you, mate. I've nearly given up on this stream. several times. One is how it is really YouTube not pushing streams and stuff is really sort of puts you on a downer. But you know, it's you just have to keep going, and the project itself has got many opportunities to fail, and I can't say I'm massively happy with this one so far, but I'm gonna keep going and see what happens, because I all too often I've given up on a drawing that could have been pretty good. I did, however, find, if you stick around to the end of the stream, I'll show you some of my other artwork which I found earlier today, which again I nearly gave up on at several points. So I've repositioned that there and there. Does that fit there and there? That's going to need to come down, so that needs to go roughly there, and then everything else can fall in place based on that. I don't want any white showing around this area here, so when we stick it down, I want it to be in its final resting place, really. This needs to be perfectly positioned. I'm not going to lie, like perfectly positioned before I stick it down, because everything else is going to base around this. So that didn't work then. Okay. So if I go there, how's that looking? Phone's going off like the jippers. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy with that. Right. Okay. So, how much do I apply? It's messy as hell, isn't it? It's sticky though, which is good. Doesn't need to be perfect. Again, I'm not gonna worry too much about getting everything glue on everything. What I am gonna do though is take it off. Take this off here. That was stupid. And oh god, getting it everywhere. Oh wait, sticky stuff's going everywhere. Sorry. This is make or break time, because this is the most pivotal piece. Okay. Don't touch it. Don't touch it, and don't put it on the wrong piece of paper. For the love of God, don't do that. There. I was just going to tack it down ever so slightly so it's liftable. Just put the frame back over it. Frame lines up quickly. Sit right. Have any overhang? Hey, no. Oh, you know what? It looks about there. It's going down. It's wrong. It's wrong. You know what? That is altogether not bad. I would probably put it up a little bit more. It's about there. No. Yeah. That doesn't look too bad. Obviously, when I come to glue the frame down, yeah, that's gonna be fine. What are we thinking? What do we think so far? Right, let's get. Oh no, half of it's just gone on the floor. Isn't that bloody wonderful? Oh, right. So that's where it's sitting. So we're going to want the grey stuff first. That's going to go to the edge of this. So if this sits right, then that sits right. So that will be fine. It's actually creasing. I'll need to flatten this out, I think. It's actually curling. And I'm not worried about overhang because the frame's going to take that. That's quite large. I think something here. Let's in fact, let's get it at the back here. Just keep that flat and close that up just for a second. Just keep that flat. Oh, sorry, I knocked the camera again, didn't I? I'm an idiot. Right. Curling already. It curls so quick. It's unbelievable. Right. This is going to be stuck down off camera, so I do apologise. Well, I'll try and get it in frame. Fuck it, let's put it there. Because these are such large parts, they are struggling to stick. Close enough. Okay. Again, I'm not worried about this carpet going over. I want it. I don't care that it's going over there. In fact, it will give the frame somewhere to stick. But I'd rather, to be fair, I'd rather just trim it off. I'm not worried about it. I'd just rather trim it off. Cut that off. How long till your flight watch, Ned? How long is it going to be? I hope you're not waiting in the airport for too long. Are we saying even further down? Are we saying up? Because that doesn't work for me. I think I've cut this wrong. It's under 2 hours till departure. Wow. Airport is tiny, really. Yeah, tiny. In fact, I'm happy with that. So if I go there and yeah, that's fine. So want to wait to go through security. Not much on the other side. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, flipped over. I'm trying to keep as much of this in frame as I can. This is a bit of a delicate process, though, so bear with me. Getting this stuff stuck down. Looks rough as hell now, but it'll make sense. It'll make sense, I promise you. Going on holiday, watch that. And Guernsey about to come back yet. Damn it. Did I just push glue onto there? I don't think I did. For that. Right. Thank heavens for that. Yeah, straight line. Straight line. Yeah, I've never been to Guernsey. It looks quite nice, to be fair, from what I've seen of it. Hotel looked nice. It's amazing how big the room was. Like, you, go over there, I'll communicate with you via foghorn. Guernsey, a crown dependency, so I think British Isles, technically. Nice. Seriously nice. Very, very nice. Much nice, very, very nice. I think actually that needs to be there, over there, doesn't it? And overlapping slightly. Yeah, because there's going to be there's going to be something here, like a red strip here, to cover that, and then there's another bit of carpet that goes around the back. Yeah, the room. I wasn't sitting there in jealousy at all. I was thinking, you know what? I'm happy for you. No, I wasn't. Very happy. You deserve a break, Watch Nerd. We've got a lot going on. Crazy. Yeah, that work? No. Down. Further down. That works. A little bit better. Yeah. Works for me. Right. Let's get this side wall on. Oh, flick it. Don't flick it now. Again, there's going to be a bit of carpet covering that gap. Quite happy with that. There. Yep, works for me. I think I lost another piece. In fact, I know I've lost another piece. So I've got the door. Where's the console? Where's the console? The boarding there. Where's that gone? That fell as well, didn't it? Oh, don't tell me I've lost it. Oh, Christ. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I can always cut another one. If I've lost that, I'll be really annoyed. It's a piece like this. Oh, really? Ah, found it. I think I ran it over. I think it's safe. It's good. It's all good. Right. Was it that way? That way? No. It's definitely that way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Come on, over you go. Let's go a little bit higher, shall we? Let's try and centralize it. Yeah. Okay. And the console? Console? My kingdom for a console. Where's it? Where's it gone? Oh, good lord. Don't tell me I've lost that as well. Where's the rear console gone? What have you guys done with it? Oh my god. Right. Ah, God, it's fallen on the floor. Same place as the other one. All right. We'll go up there like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it probably won't look right. I'm going to tell you now. This already doesn't look right. I may need to trim a bit off there. Yeah. All right. I've got to keep the face, basically. Hopefully I will. It's not going to be perfect, is it? By any means. Right. Where's my frame? Does it still pop? That pops. It's basic, but it's getting there. Sorry, just having a drink. Right. So, say goodbye to that one. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. I just need to get it flat. I'm happy with it. It looks okay. It's got loads left to go on it. There's loads of finer details. There's still carpet to put along the back. Obviously, we've got the oval to put on it and a load of other detail. Shall I glue the door down as well? I think so. I think so. Let's glue the door. It'll take 2 secs. What's the door's getting slammed? Yeah, no, there's something on there. Damn it. 2 spots on there. Discoloration. Damn it. Hopefully the arch might cover that. Possible. Right, okay. I'm going to put a sheet of paper. Nope, definitely not that. I'm going to put this in between 2 sheets of paper, like that. And I need to push this down to allow it to dry flat. So I'm going to put some weight on that. That's going down there. Well, that's going on top of it. I'll keep that flat for now, so that can dry. Okay. So I found some artwork from earlier in my drawing years. Anybody want to see it? Before I say goodbye. Yes, I mean, if you want to see it, just say so. Obviously, I'm going to be going soon, so it's nice to have a bit of a chat. If not, I'll save it for the next stream. In fact, I might save it for the next stream. Yeah, I'll probably save it for the next stream, Stephen. I did find a bunch, but everybody's left. By yourself, of course. But yeah, I'm going to go back down to, and I think Watching is still in the house. I'm going to go because I've got family stuff to sort out. But you know, and we've been going for what, 2.5 hours? Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot. it's getting close to dinner time, and the kids will want sorting out. So I will be back. Not sure when, but this week, obviously, we got strange new shite to get through. Yeah. I'll something to look forward to. Yeah, I'll show it next time. Yeah, I got a strange new shite to do, so I'll do the video on Thursday. And well, if I've got time, if I've had a day of it, then yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna try and get a video done, and then we got 10 forward on the Friday, so watch nerd me and Xell hopefully. So yeah, thanks for joining, guys. It's been fun. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next one. Watch nerd. Have a safe journey home.